Hello friends and welcome to Realty Buzz, your daily real estate reckoner. This is Mansi Dave and let's take a look at what we have in stock in the real estate sector. The first on the list is Generation X has the buying power. According to the numbers between July 2011 and June 2012, ages 33 to 47 have got the lion's share with regards to home buyers, 31%. Those who are younger or often called Generation Y, 32 and younger, come second in 28%. Followed by the younger ones at 18% and lastly, the older generation at 14%. The next in the race is mobile search applications. Mobile devices become easy to handle by the years. It goes beyond the capabilities of just calling someone remotely. Consumers now are massively using their mobile phones to look for properties. The number of users soared from 2011 up to date, which only means that potential homeowners are very comfortable nowadays to look for homes for sale from the comforts of their own palms. The next trend is paperless business. Actually, this should be on the top of the list. It not only decreases the trial of the transaction but helps the environment as well. According to an expert real estate executive, paperless business frees up the system and enables the agents to spend more time with their customers. He also added that storage is not an issue, unlike the traditional process, since there are secure facilities that can cater to it. The real estate business has faced previously a very difficult situation that made homeowners to hold off their properties longer than expected, creating a somewhat shortage of listings. But the end has come and the business is slowly emerging from the slumber. With this trend, there are more and more available properties listed today. And the last in the list is drone. Drone is the next best thing and it is also doing wonders for the business. Bird's eye perspective is always a treat to look at, and seeing a property in that point of view is definitely a treat. Drone has so far exceeded the expectation of the realty business and it greatly helped them to present their offer on a more fashionable and new way. Although not included on the list, but a special mention is micro apartments. People today are starting to invest on smaller but very comfortable small spaces called micro apartments. The next news comes all the way from Visakhapatnam. While the port city will have to wait for at least another 2 to 3 months for the foundation stone of the IT signature tower planned by the AP government at the Rishikonda Hills to be laid, IT department sources indicated that the project cost could be anywhere around Rs 500 crore. The signature tower project has been awarded to consultant JLL, who are in the process of preparing the design of the project. The design process not only includes the design of the towers but also additional facilities that may be needed around the towers, which will be spread over an area of 20 acres with a built-up area of Rs 10 lakh per square feet. The Andhra Pradesh government will decide based on the design whether the signature tower will be twin towers or a single imposing structure, said an APIIC official. The AP government should expedite the process for setting up the signature tower. If we want to attract big IT players into our city, we need to show them that we are committed to building and providing infrastructure to companies. If we keep delaying mega projects such as these, then the city might not be able to tap into the IT market, said the marketing director of an IT company in the city. First of all, we need the IT department to come and set up base in Vizag, and the second important aspect is to streamline execution of all IT projects planned in the city. The next news says realty firms scout for funds to tide over tough times. Over the last few years, a lull in the real estate market resulted in strained cash flows for developers. Left with little choice because of rising debt and subdued sales, realty firms have been tapping funds through various routes to carry on business. A few days back, Oberoi Realty Limited got Rs 325 crore funding from private equity fund Temasek by a 3.3 dilution of equity capital. India Bulls Real Estate Limited got a shot in the arm with promoters infusing around Rs 538 crore by hiking their stake in the firm. And DLF Limited too proposes to raise up to Rs 5,000 crore through debentures, bonds or debt securities. With access to bank funds becoming difficult, most realty developers have been resorting to innovative structured financing mechanisms in the last couple of quarters. A report by international realty solutions provider Cushman & Wakefield points out that PE funds pumped in $2 billion, around Rs 12,720 crore, into residential projects between 2012 and 2014. a 70% jump from the immediately earlier 2-year period. About Rs 5,200 crore was raised through PE deals during the quarter ended 31st March. Some realty firms raised funds to clean up balance sheets and pare debt, while others needed money for land acquisition for new projects or to complete existing ones. Instruments such as non-convertible debentures, bonds, and debt instruments with convertible warrants are being used to raise funds. In other words, well-managed realty firms are getting their houses in order before the next uptrend. According to the report by Motilal Oswal Financial Services Limited, there is a time correction underway, stagnant property price for a period of time, and the next 12 to 18 months would be challenging. Even developers reckon that it could be another 4 quarters before the residential market demand picks up to ease cash flows and improve their ability to service debt. And the next news says Paranjpe Schemes intends to utilize the funds to invest in the upcoming projects and for debt repayment. Pune-based real estate developer Paranjpe Scheme Construction Limited is looking to raise up to Rs 650 crore through an initial public offer, and is in the final stage of preparing the draft IPO papers, according to 3 people aware of the development. The firm, established in 1987, is looking to file the papers with market regulator, Securities and Exchange Board of India (SEBI), as early as the first half of next month. A source says they have hired 2 domestic investment banks to manage the process and the work of preparing the draft papers in the final stage. However, the firm is looking to raise between Rs 600 crore and Rs 650 crore through the IPO. At a stake dilution of around 15%, the firm is looking to raise the money at the valuation of little under Rs 4,000 crore. The company reported a profit of Rs 25 crore in financial year 2014 compared to a loss of Rs 10.3 crore in the previous year. Apart from Paranjpe, affordable housing developer Value Budget Housing Corporation Private Limited is also looking at tapping the primary market. Starting with residential projects in the city of Pune in the late 1980s, Paranjpe Schemes has over the years expanded into various other segments such as commercial real estate and hospitality. The company has built over 9,000 houses across western Maharashtra in over 150 projects. Paranjpe developed its first senior living project, Athashri, in Pune, and is currently developing one at Baroda in Gujarat. According to the firm's ROC filings, it plans to raise approximately Rs 250 crore for its projects for senior citizens and Rs 200 crore affordable housing around Pune and Mumbai. The senior living segment represents a key opportunity, as such homes are in short supply in the country. The next news says developers express the grouse that the government keeps changing its housing and development related policies, causing considerable confusion among them, and more importantly, preventing real estate prices from coming down. Sunil Mantri, chairman of the developers' umbrella body NAREDCO, said that after the BJP-led government came to power, they thought that policy decisions would be crystal clear. When the UPA government was on its way out, the last 1 year of that government's term was the wait-and-watch period for us. We thought that the new government would bring some clarity to the table, but things are different. We are more confused now, the day by day. The confusion is increasing due to constant changes in policies. There is lack of clear thinking. Nevertheless, we are confident that this confusion will be removed soon, said Mantri. Manohar Shroff, General Secretary, Maharashtra Chamber of Housing Industry, Navi Mumbai, said that the state government on the one hand is talking about constructing affordable housing, but on the other hand, it has recently sold the CIDCO-owned plot at the high price. In a recent auction, CIDCO sold the plot at Rs 120 crore per acre in Navi Mumbai. If a developer buys the land at such high rates, how can the government expect him to construct and sell the apartment at low rate? We have been asking the government to release a large chunk of land so that property prices can be brought down. The land is a major factor which determines the cost of apartments. If the land is available at reasonable rates, then the property prices will automatically come down, said Shroff. A senior government official said that most of the ministers are new and are still learning the ropes of their respective departments. Ministers are grappling in the dark, and this confusion is percolating down to the bureaucracy level and subsequently to the lower ranks. It has collateral damage on the policy and the real estate sector. Government lacks experienced hands that can smoothly handle the ministries and their respective departments, a source said. So on this note, it's a wrap around for this episode of Realty Buzz. We will be back with more on this. Till then, goodbye, take care, and keep watching Spin TV.